Gotta take him over and squish his face. Alright. Welcome to Jeff's Garage. I'm Taylor. Today we're going to be working on a 1989 Chevy Corvette. We're going to be taking off the door panel. The ultimate goal is to replace these seals, but just in today's video I think the door panel is going to come off, and then I will make other videos kind of going more in depth on how to replace those seals because it's a little bit of a longer process. But to start this off, we're going to be taking off, get out of the way, pug. We're going to be taking off these bottom screws. They're just a Phillips screw. Just grab any screwdriver. So I ran into a little problem. This last screw is so rusty there aren't any, I don't know what you call it, I guess grooves. The whole head is completely rusted off, but it's gripping just enough to where it won't pop off. So I'm just going to drill it out with just a normal drill. So there's the culprit right there. It was it's pretty messed up. No, we just got it out, and unfortunately on these older cars, sometimes they get rusty, and if you don't replace the screws often enough, well, no one maintained this, and they got pretty wet in here, so it was time for this sucker to go. So next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take off these 3 screws right here. We got one right there, one right there, one right there, this whole, oh, and there's one more right there. 4, my bad. 4 screws, and then this, we'll loosen this, and then we'll take that little lock off. Now we have to take off this little lock cover here. It's on a metal like rod, but you have to get like some kind of pry bar behind it, and should pop off. There it goes. Okay. There is 2 screws down in the bottom of this. There are 2 screws right down there. Got my lights, you can see. And that just takes off a little cover, but then you're able to pop off this the shroud right here. There we go. You push it in. Did not really explain this. You push it in and then pull up, and there's one clip in the front here. One clip in the front. Goes right down in that little groove right there. And there should be one clip in the back. There it goes. So popped it out there. Now this sucker is free. Just take it out, set it to the side. I'm just gonna put it in the floorboard. Now we got this panel out too. Everyone organizes a little differently. I like to keep my bolts with my components, that way I know I'm not guessing too much for where it goes. Or I make up little bags. I have little baggies that I will just put a little description on and throw them in there. Alright, once you have this out of the way, the main problem is to take the door panel off. You have to have this little rod right there out of the way. So once you get this out of the way just enough, you can release or loosen the last screws for this, and at that point we have one more on the back, and then it should just wiggle out and pop right on out. Once you're at this point, you pretty much just have to wiggle it off. It has just guides that slide down in the groove up top. You just wiggle it, pop this sucker out, and it should come right on off. You will have electrical connections in the back here, and one other mounting, not really mounting, but one connection for this lock here. You will have to unscrew it to take off. So I normally just unplug the there's one electrical connection right here for the little light in the door. Pull that out. Has just a little safety. You got one connection in the back here. You will have to get close enough to where you have one connection right here. It's just another simple push the little tab up, pull it off. Got another one up front here. This one is another, it has a little bit different of a connection. You push it in and then pull it out, and a little ground wire it looks like, or something along those lines. But that has a little pull tab right there, if you can see that, and you pull it up and it comes right on out. So we got a 7mm here. This is already kind of loose, so that one just pops off. It looks like it was already broken. So that is how you completely disassemble the door panel, get all the electrical connections, and then you can actually get into working on whatever you need to work on, whether it be a motor or whatever. So I hope that was informational and helped you guys out a lot. So hope you enjoyed, and please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.